Yo, what it do, everybody? We're back at it again with another video. Today we are going to be rebuilding the Orlando Magic. All right, this is a team that has kind of been a little bit disappointing since Franz Wagner did go down a little bit earlier in the year. And I don't know, it's just got a good young team, but nobody really taking that next step. It seems like if you see down in the bottom left corner, they're 24 and 22. Let's go take a look at this roster. At point guard, they got Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black backing it up, and Tyus Jones. So we got Desmond Bain, Jace Richardson, and Jet Howard. Franz Wagner, Tristan Da Silva, and then Jamal Cain. Bankero, Noah Penda, Jonathan Isaac, and Colin Castleton. And then Wendell Carter Jr. at the big, as well as Goga Bitadze. And everyone's favorite, Mo Wagner. This team, we can definitely win a ring with this team in 3 years. It's going to be a 3-year rebuild this year. I don't know. I think this team is good enough. We're just going to get them over that. I don't know. Just get them over that hump here. Because Franz Wagner and Paulo Banchero, we might get rid of one of them. I plan on keeping both, obviously. But if we can get rid of one of them to upgrade, I will definitely do that. Probably try and keep Paulo here longer. Let's see what we can do with some of these guys. Anthony Black, what is his market looking like? Probably for a big. What about this deal for Mitch Robinson? Now, I would probably not want to give up Anthony Black in this deal and only give up 2 seconds. Because we're kind of, I'm gonna ask for a future first. If we can. We'll just maybe stack up on seconds then. Okay, perfect. It did work out. We got rid of Anthony Black. We're gonna have to pay him, and we do end up getting a good center, and it makes Mo Wagner available. You guys are probably wondering why I did that. I know Anthony Black can be very well, but there is a point guard that I am targeting, and in the draft, it's LeBaron Philon. I like him a lot. I think he's going to be a very good player, possibly one of the best point guards in this draft class, and possibly in the next 5 years, one of the best point guards in the league. But that's for another story. But we're probably going to be targeting him. We're not going to win the ring this year. I know that. We just might as well come to terms with it. We're not going to win the ring this year. Let's try and move Mo Wagner. Because I like the 2 bigs. And now we can add some of those seconds. We can get Pele Larson. Turn into a decent backup big. Or backup shooting guard. We're just gonna dump off Jonathan Isaac to the Celtics. Maybe he can help them be somewhat of a contender, and we're just gonna dump him off for a 2nd round pick, because why not? That's going to be our 2nd trade of the offseason. Let's go over and check out these trades. Oh, we made 3 trades already. Bringing in Mitchell Robinson, Ariel Hukporti, and 4 2nd round picks. And then we get Pele Larson, 4 Moritz Wagner, and 2 2nd rounders. And then we trade Jonathan Isaac for a 2nd round pick. So we're basically just trying to get rid of any guys that we maybe would have had to pay, or that this trade that just made us a better team, I believe. And then we got rid of Jonathan Isaac, the worst contract maybe in the NBA, because it's just not that good. We're gonna simulate to the All-Star game, and then I will see who is on the All-Star team here. We have not lost. Well, we lost 1 game since I've made that trade. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. Let's see if we have any All-Stars this year. No one in the starting lineup. And wow, I'm kind of surprised. Paolo Banchero does not make it to the All-Star game. We do not have an All-Star this year, but that is all right. We are 30 and 23, and I didn't show you guys the roster after we made all of those moves. So we did sign Malcolm Brogdon in free agency because we needed a guard. Tyus Jones is there. Desmond Bane did get hurt, but he is our starting shooting guard. And then we got Pele Larson coming in from Miami. Didn't have to move too far. Franz Wagner still starting at the small forward position. Paolo Banchero at the power forward. And then we got Noah Penda and Colin Castleton. And then lastly, at the center position, we got Wendell Carter backed up by Mitchell Robinson. And then we have Ariel Hukporty also possibly getting some minutes. No, he is not getting minutes at all. But Mitchell Robinson is averaging 9 boards, and Wendell Carter is putting up decent stats. So we will catch you guys at the end of season 1. Wow. So we go 40 and 42. Very disappointed in this ball club. We're going to be needing to make some moves this offseason. But let's go through these awards here. Victor Wembanyama wins his first ever MVP. Cooper Flag gets Rookie of the Year. Sixth man goes to Jaime Jaquez. Nice job. Wemby wins Depoy as well. Wow, he is just going to turn into an insane talent. Matas wins Most Improved. Tyrese Maxey, Clutch Player of the Year. Wow, 28 a game. He has really taken that next step. Mitch Johnson over there, Coach of the Year. And Zach Staples, the Executive of the Knicks, Executive of the Year. So let's see the NBA, all NBA teams and the rookie teams. We got the comments. Oh, Jaylen Brown is on here at a 95 overall. That is insane. Alperen Sengun makes second team, as well as Maxey, Harden, Jalen Johnson, and Anthony Edwards. Denny Avdia, Donovan Mitchell, Steph Curry, Jalen Brunson, and Julius Randle on the All-NBA third team. Here is the All-Defensive team. Real quick, Giannis doesn't make it on here. Wow. Oh, because he's hurt. That is probably why. Alright, and then the All-Rookie first team. Derek Queen, Cedric Coward, VJ Edgecombe, Con Knipple, and Cooper Flag. Jeremiah Fears, Igor Demon, Trey Johnson, Dylan Harper, and Ace Bailey. How did Dylan Harper do? 12 points per game, 46% shooting, and 30% for the field. Ace Bailey, I don't know. Maybe this is a guy that we can go out and try and get to be one of our backups. I like his game a lot. He's only 19, but I don't really ever see him develop well in Utah. And I think we can maybe intrigue them with something. But let's see what the play-in brings us. We are the 8th seed. We did not finish the season very well. 40 and 42. Here we are in New York in the first series of the playoffs, taking on the New York Knicks. We're down 1-0, down 2-0. We win 1 back in Orlando. We go down 3-1. Let's take game 5. Let's do it. All right, let's check out some of these box scores here. Paolo Banchero drops 44 in game 5. Not too bad. Actually, you know what? Let's check out our playoff stats here. Paolo Banchero leading us in scoring at 24 a game. Franz Wagner also not having too bad of a playoff series. Desmond Bane shooting scoring 17 a game on 31% 3-point percentage shooting. Oh, I'm not liking that at all, Desmond Bane. Jace Richardson. Okay. Oh, I thought he was averaging 13 a game. He's averaging 7 a game. But he is getting some minutes in the playoffs, which is not bad. Malcolm Brogdon also playing pretty decently. Probably will lose his spot to Jace Richardson. I think I'm going to make him the backup shooting guard next year. For Game 6, we are in Orlando. Let's do it. Paulo goes down. We probably lost, and we did. Orlando Magic have been eliminated. Let's see who wins the NBA Finals here. And it is the Houston Rockets. Alperen Sengun taking home the Western Conference Finals MVP. Let's sim the whole thing. The Pistons end up winning. Cade Cunningham, 38 a game, 12 assists a game, 2.4 steals. Wow, look at those shooting splits. That was one of the greatest finals appearances of all time. Wow. All right, we'll catch you guys. Actually, you know what? In the offseason. We are at the NBA draft, and we do not have a first-round pick, which is okay. I do like some of the second-rounders in this game. I know I said our idea was to go out and get LeBaron Philon. We still might try and make that happen with some of the assets we have. But I do like Tahad Pettiford as another guard. I just like those small guards for some odd reason. It's whatever. I think LeBaron Philon actually is going to be pretty nice. And then we have another pick here at the end of the draft. All right, we are going to draft Trey White. He did play in Milwaukee his freshman year of high school on a actually very stacked team. But we are going to draft him just solely because of that, some just odd reason. Aaron Peterson goes first. Carlos Boozer second. Nate Ament goes number 3. Dibanta fell all the way to the Pelicans. Okay, that's pretty cool. Mikal Brown Jr.'s here. Keaton Wagler. Is that the guy from Illinois that had like 43 a couple days ago? Probably. Isaiah Evans goes number 7. Tonde Yesufu goes number 8 to the Bucks. Chris Sanak to the Mavs. And Koa Pete to the Grizzlies. Those are the top 10 picks. Let's see. Our pick, Trey White, is a 66 overall. Okay. We also get Tahad Pettiford, who is a 71 overall. Not too bad. Let's sign these two guys. We're going to get Pele Larson, Tristan Da Silva, and bring Jet Howard back. Austin Reeves declines. James Harden declines. Trae Young also declines. We're going to bring in Gary Trent Jr. as well on a minimum. We are going to bring in Sandro as well, close to the minimum. Sandro gets matched. Okay. So we'll have to go out and get another big. Go out and sign Kevon Looney on a minimum. He could be our third stringer. Are good to roll. Let's get to the player progression. Paolo Banchero goes up 4 overalls. Franz Wagner goes up 2. Jalen Suggs. Everyone's kind of trending upwards here. Mitchell Robinson does stay at a 79. That's good to see. And I like this improvement here from Paolo. His numbers did drop. Well, his numbers in scoring dropped. But here we are in year 2. Let's go check out what we are running with. We got Jalen Suggs, Brian Nembhard, and Tahad Pettiford, Desmond Bane, Jace Richardson, Pele Larson, as well as Jet Howard, Franz Wagner, Tristan Da Silva, Paulo, Penda, and Trey White. And then we got the 3 bigs in Wendell Carter, Mitch Robb, and Kevon Looney. I think this team is going to be decent this year. We could be a top 4 seed if Paulo and Franz play very well together. But let's sim over here to the trade deadline. Real quick, y'all. Look at what just happened. Franz Wagner goes down 2 to 4 weeks with a broken hand. We are 16 and 17. Currently 9th in the conference. It's time to make some moves in Orlando. Yeah, we're going to take Pascal Siakam because Dyson Daniels just really isn't too good. We'll add another 20-point per game scorer. We'll bump Franz Wagner down to the shooting guard position. There we go. Let's check out this deal. We get Pascal Siakam and we trade Desmond Bane and Noah Penda to the Pacers. Not a bad deal. I mean, kind of a win-win there. The Magic get younger, or they get some shooting. Maybe Desmond Bane will play a little bit better there, and they also get to take a little fire on Noah Penda. And we get Pascal Siakam. They're getting off of his contract. He's 33 years old. Not a bad deal. So let's go and make another trade now. Let's see what Jalen Suggs will go for. Very intriguing. What's Jaren Jackson Jr. doing this year? We're going to do this. We bring Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Orlando Magic. We are going to be making them a super team. Let's check. Suggs, Jet Howard, and we add $3 million to the trade to get Jaren Jackson Jr. and Alex Caravan. Probably Memphis just wanting to move on. All right. Jaren Jackson Jr. is kind of, in some trade talks already, and I can see him getting moved. I can see something like this happening. They're getting Jalen Suggs and Jet Howard, two young guys. They're just trying to rebuild there in Memphis. Why not get two young, solid pieces, right? Here we are with the new roster. We have Ryan Nembhard, Tahad Pettiford at the 2 point guard positions. We'll probably need to go and sign another point guard. We'll do that right after this. Franz Wagner at the shooting guard position with Jace Richardson backing him up, and Pele Larson there. Paolo Banchero, Tristan Da Silva, Alex Caravan. And we got Pascal Siakam, one of the big trade acquisitions, and Trey White at the power forward position. Then we see Jaren Jackson Jr., Triple J, Wendell Carter Jr., and Mitch Rob is the new team there. We're going to go sign a point guard real quick. And we don't have enough money to get him, so we'll give Spencer Dinwiddie a shot at a backup point guard and give Ryan Nembhard that spot. So we are 16-17 here, and it's kind of almost halfway to the trade deadline. We're going to sim all the way to the trade deadline and see where we end up after all of these moves. Here we are at the trade deadline, everyone. We are 24-29. We arguably have gotten worse. Let's check out our stats here. This is disappointing, y'all. This is very disappointing. Paolo's averaging 29 a game. Franz is averaging 24. Siakam averaging 20. And Triple J averaging 22. We got to remember Pascal and Triple J came over from another team. But still, man. This is a good team. So maybe we'll just need to recoup and sign some solid bench players in the offseason. But we're going to roll with what we have for right now. Alright, we'll catch you guys at the end of season 2. We end the season 35-47, ladies and gentlemen. We are in contention for a top 10 pick to add to this team. Not bad, but I'm very disappointed. We make it to the first round in the first season. We don't even make the playoffs in the second season. I didn't even check to see where we were in the conference. Hopefully we make the play-in. I'm not 100% confident that we are. But Victor Wembanyama wins MVP again, back-to-back years. Darren Peterson is your Rookie of the Year, 6-man Kel'el Ware. Wemby wins Depoy. Most improved goes to Rishashe. Not bad, 23 a game. He always develops really good in 2K. Clutch Player of the Year, Detroit Pistons, Cade Cunningham. JB Bickerstaff wins Coach of the Year. Maybe we need to fire our coach and get a new one. And Zach Staples wins Executive of the Year. Here is our All-NBA teams. Giannis still there. Trae Young on the second team. LaMelo on second team. Jalen Johnson drops. And we see Josh Giddey appear on the All-NBA third team as well as Cat. Here is the defensive teams and the all-rookie teams as well. Data Mint, I think he's going to be nice. I think he might be one of the better players in this draft. I mean, he's 6'10", 20 years old, 7'5", wingspan. That's a monster. This guy's pretty good. And always in sim. Christian Anderson Jr., Bennett Sturz, and Caden Boozer, the guy who went drafted right after us, ends up getting on all rookie second team. He didn't have too bad of a season. I mean, he shot 30% from 3, but other than that, not too bad. Let's see if we made the playoffs, and we don't. So let's just sim the playoffs all the way. Disappointed. Very disappointing. The Mavs are in the finals facing off against the Knicks, and the Knicks sweep them. That's rare to see. Usually the Mavericks are always winning everything. Cat takes home finals MVP. Okay, Cat, he stepped up. He really stepped up. So here we are in the offseason right after year 2. We're going to be making some moves. We need to get a point guard. We need to get into the NBA draft. And, you know, maybe we're going to target a point guard with that top pick. Or we can move Wendell Carter. We could do something, all right, to get a point guard. But that's really the main thing that we need on this ball club. So let's go and do that. Did skip the draft lottery, but let's go see where our trade is. We get pick number 3. Oh, this changes the game. Okay, the Orlando Magic with 485 plus overalls get the number 1 pick. This is the number 3 pick. You know what? Let's see if we can trade up. You know, it's worth trading up to number 2 because we do not want Jokizmovic going number 1. Okay. Maybe we don't even need to. And we don't even need to. We get Jokizmovic. That is... Wow. Okay. Wow. How everything just works out perfectly. Stefan Joksimovic. I've wanted to get this guy. I haven't got him yet in any 2K rebuild, even when I'm not recording. So this is very exciting to finally get a guy like this. I'm excited to see what he does. I love Luka. This guy's also from Slovenia, so kind of just supporting. And let's make our second round pick. Ooh, I like picking this guy just for defense. Abraham Joe Makur turns into a pretty decent defender. Let's go to the draft summary. Bruce Branch goes number 1. Tyron Stokes drops to number 2. And we get Jokizmovic, 76 overall, 19 years old, 6'7". Yeah, I know 6'7", and 6'11" wingspan. This guy is going to be nice. I'm telling y'all right now, he is going to be very nice. All right, so here we are at free agency in year 2, and our goal is to just get a better bench. Do end up getting Filipowski. We get Isaac Okoro and Larson back. So we do get a better defense, I believe. And don't tell me we didn't get Filipowski, no. Let's make sure we sign Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Yes, we do. And this is what we're going to be rolling into year 3 with here. Ryan Nembhard, Joksimovic. I think I'm going to start Joksimovic. Franz Wagner, Jace Richardson, Paulo, and Tristan De Silva. Pascal, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, and then Triple J, Wendell, and Mitch Rob. I think this team should do way better than it did last year. All right, we'll catch you guys at the beginning of year 3. At the beginning of year 3. Our goal is to win 50 games this year. This team should be much better. We had, like I said, some injuries last year. So we should improve significantly. I don't know if I'm going to be making that many deals because I don't think it would be very realistic to move all of that money and just move them right again. So we're going to be riding with this team for year 3, the final year of this rebuild. And I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in this rebuild so far, but I know we can do much better. So let's go out and sim to the trade deadline. Well, I won't way past it, and I'll catch you guys there. Here we are at the trade deadline. We're 34-18, first in the conference. I knew there was something off about the team last year. Maybe they just didn't click together. It was, you know, the mid-season. They just came they just all got onto the same team. You know, you never know what it is. So that's what I was thinking, or that's what I'm thinking probably was going on, because we are the #1 team in the East this year. Paolo Banchero's averaging 29, 8, and 5, being an MVP candidate. Pascal Siakam averaging 16 points. Franz Wagner averaging 20. And Triple J averaging 18 points. Only 4.7 rebounds. Chase Richardson is taking a nice sleep, averaging 14 a game. I like Wendell Carter Jr. at the backup position. Just fine with me. Joksimovic really hasn't even played. Wow. Okay. Pettiford's playing a little bit more minutes than Joksimovic. We get the #3 pick, and he doesn't even really play. I feel very annoyed by that, but it is okay because I did want him to start. But it's whatever. Nembhard was averaging 9 assists per game. 9 assists per game. So you know, we're a pretty good ball club. Let's check out if we had any all-stars here. We're not gonna make any moves, obviously. And Taha Pettiford goes down. Oh no. Maybe we should have traded for. Oh gosh, another point guard. That is fine. I see Paolo Banchero in the starting lineup as he should be. Let's see anyone else. No one else but Paolo Banchero, which is really nice because Paolo Banchero does deserve it. Joksimovic is now going to be playing. Nembhard broke his left leg. Oh geez, guys, this is terrible. We're gonna need to sign. Of course they do this to us in the final year of our rebuild. I don't even. Caden Boozer. Didn't you? Yeah, let's go out and get Caden Boozer. Yes, of course. He had a really good season last year. How did he not get re-signed? I still want Joksimovic starting, but Caden Boozer. We did end up getting Caden Boozer as our backup point guard here at the All-Star break because, you know, our 2 point guards went down with injury, but it's a good thing. I was just saying how Joksimovic really hasn't got to play at all this year, and now he's going to be starting point guard for the second half of the season and for the rest of the season. Let's do it. Let's catch you guys there. Ooh, here's some big news. Ryan Nembhard comes back. Okay. Let's just leave the rotation as it is right now. And let's check out what Joksimovic was doing. And he was playing terribly. We are going to be starting Joksimovic one more time. Or Joksimovic will not be starting. And Ryan Nembhard's going to step right back into that starting spot. We'll catch you guys at the end of season 3. We end the season 49-33. It's just been very rocky. Jokic ends up going to the Warriors. Oh, I don't know how to feel about this team. Tyron Stokes wins Rookie of the Year. Tyler Hero 6th man. Chet Depot. Cam Whitmore Most Improved. Okay, that's a different sight to see. That's pretty cool. And Cam Whitmore, Trey Johnson wins Clutch Player of the Year, averaging 25. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Mike Brown, Coach of the Year. Zach Staples, Executive of the Year. And Jalen Green won NBA Cup MVP. Here is your All-NBA first team, and Paolo makes it. All right, let's see how his numbers stacked up against Jokic. Obviously, Jokic's numbers were better. Well, Paolo did not have a bad season either. Darren Peterson makes All-NBA first team. D-Book's there. Jason Tatum, Shea. LaMelo, Igor Demon. Wow. Okay, 26 a game. Okay, Igor. Not bad. Not bad. Third team All-NBA. Here's your defensive first teams. And second team, Jokic makes it defensive second team. Hugo Yimga. Here is your rookie first teams. And we don't get anyone. Okay. Obviously, Joksimovic didn't really even play. So we do lock up the 4 seed. We were fighting between 3 and 4 pretty much the whole season. We didn't get the goal of what we wanted. We were 1 game short of 50 wins this season. Let's go check out our stats, how everyone else did besides Paulo. Franz, oh yeah, Franz did get hurt. Ooh, that was terrible blow, like maybe 2 weeks before the playoffs. I totally forgot to show you guys that. He will be out, maybe unless we make the finals. So the finals is the goal. We all know that. This is the final year. Here's Pascal Siakam, Triple J, Ryan Nembhard, Jace Richardson, Wendell, Mitch Robb. All right, so not bad, not too bad of a season. It was a successful year. We still only we didn't reach our goal, but I would still say it was a successful year. Pele Larson's there, coming off the bench. Joksimovic was just very disappointing, so I just decided to bench him completely. And yeah, there is that. Caden Boozer goes from a really good rookie year to playing what? 3 games. Weird how the NBA works. So let's simulate the play-in. We don't have to do any of that. Let's sim game 1. We lose game 1. We win game 2. We lose game 3. Win game 4. Oh my gosh, go to game 7, please. Oh my gosh, we get eliminated. This is terrible. I don't even know how to feel. But I will say Cooper Flag wins Western Conference MVP. Cade wins Eastern Conference. SC wins. The Pistons end up taking it all again. Cade Cunningham wins Finals MVP. But all right, y'all. This was a really fun rebuild. Maybe I'm gonna make this season, make it 4 seasons instead of 3, just because I think it's a little bit longer of a time. But I really did enjoy this rebuilding the Orlando Magic, and we had a little bit of ups. We had some downs, very deep and low downs. We even had the number 3 pick. And we added Joksimovic. Didn't really do much for us, but we still ended up with the 4th seed this year, making it to the playoffs, and we did lose in the first round. So, this was just up and down season, and yeah, or up and down rebuild. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and tune in to the next video. See ya.